For centuries, music has belonged to those who just know how to play instruments. Then it belonged to those who could actually afford studio time. Now it belongs to anyone who can just type in a sentence. Google has introduced Lyria 3, an AI system that can compose original music, write lyrics, generate vocals, and even design cover art with a single prompt. No instruments, no mixing boards, and no vocal booth. Just imagination. Today we're exploring what that really means. Not just technically, but culturally and economically. Lyria 3 is Google DeepMind's most advanced AI generation music system. It is integrated directly into Google Gemini. At its core, Lyria 3 transforms descriptive language into structured music. You describe a mood, genre, emotion, or scenario, and Lyria 3 system generates a 30-second original piece of music, fully written lyrics, custom cover artwork, and a polished finish. It doesn't retrieve music, it creates it. And that distinction is very important. This is not a database search, it is AI just making music. Every output is new and every track is unique. And it happens in the time of seconds. How does it work? To understand Lyria 3, we need to understand generative AI. Just as language models predict the next word in a sentence, music models predict the next sound in the piece of music. And music is a lot more complex than text. This includes rhythm, harmony, melody, tempo, dynamics, and emotions. Lyria 3 analyzes patterns across enormous licensed music datasets. It learns relationships, how the chorus can resolve tension, how verses build the narrative, and how different genres structure the energy in the music. When a user enters the prompt, the system translates language into musical instructions. The AI won't feel the music, it will predict it. And the prediction is guided by probability patterns learned from musical data. The prompt as an instrument. For centuries, instruments define music. The piano, the guitar, and the violins. Now, language is the instrument instead. The prompt becomes the keyboard. The clarity of your description decides the quality of your results. Instead of refining scales, you practice specificity. Instead of mastering chords, you master articulation. This may feel unsettling to traditional musicians, but it opens new doors for writers, filmmakers, and visual artists. Anyone capable of imagination can now generate music. The lyric generation system. One of the most impressive aspects of Lyria 3 is its ability to write coherent lyrics. Songwriting has structure. Verses introduce themes. And the pre-chorus builds musical anticipation. The system will understand these conventions. A vague prompt like this will produce generic lyrics. A descriptive prompt like this will produce layered music just as you described, the same scenario, the same emotion, and in the same steps. This will amplify your input depth. And that tells us something critical. AI doesn't replace creativity, it amplifies it. Multi-module input. Unlike early AI music tools, Lyria 3 is multi-module. It doesn't rely solely on your prompt. It can interpret images. It can analyze short video clips, all becoming interpretable through AI. A sunset can become a melody. A photograph can become a tranquil harmony. What this means for creators. This technology lowers the boundary to music production dramatically. Consider this. A YouTuber who needs background music. An inside developer who needs a theme song. A university student making a presentation. Or maybe a small business creating ads. Previously, music creation required money, time, and technical knowledge. Now it just requires a bit of imagination and creativity. That changes creative economics. Stock music markets may shift. Freelance composition may evolve. But accessibility increases exponentially. The business impact. Let's talk about economics. The global music industry generates billions in revenue annually. But not all of that revenue goes to artists. A massive portion comes from commercial background tasks, mobile game audio, advertising, and social media. These segments rely on volume, not the fame of the artists. AI-generated music threatens this layer first. But something else is also happening. New AI roles may emerge. AI prompt composers, AI music editors, and creative directors overseeing AI production. Technology really eliminates industries entirely. They reshape them. The question comes, who will adapt the fastest? Are artists at risk? This is the question everyone will ask. Will AI replace musicians? Well, history suggests something different. When digital audio workstations appeared, people feared the death of traditional studios. And instead, music just expanded even more. New genres emerged and new workflows were formed. Lyria 3 will likely follow that pattern. It will replace repetition, not authenticity. It will automate background production, not live experiences. Music is more than just sound, it's culture. And culture cannot be automated. Ethics and copyright. AI music can raise serious questions. Who actually owns the AI output? The user, the platform, or shared rights? Google states it trains on licensed data and embeds watermarking systems into generated audio. But legal frameworks are still at working. The bigger shift. Lyria 3 is not just about music. It represents something a lot larger. The compression of creative latency. The time behind idea and execution is shrinking drastically. In the past, you imagined a song, you learned instruments, you recorded, you edited, then you mixed. Nowadays, you just describe, and in a click of a second, your job is done. That acceleration in time changes human behavior. When execution becomes instant, ideation becomes the new skill, and creativity becomes conceptual. We are not witnessing the death of music. We are witnessing music's democratization. Lyria 3 represents a turning point, not just because it can create songs, but just because it collapses the distance between imagination and output. The future of creativity is not human versus AI. It's human working together with this technology. Every generation faces a technological shift that feels destabilizing. Photography threatened painting. Filmmaking threatened the theatre. And streaming videos threatened the radios. Lyria 3 is not the end of musicianship. It's a mirror, revealing how much of music is structure, pattern, and probability, and how much of it is human work. The next decade will test that boundary, and the creators who thrive will not argue with the tools. They will master them, because in the end, technology does not redefine creativity. Intention does. And intention will always be human. The question is, what can humans create when there are no limits? Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, you can leave a like. Because this is only just the beginning.